Feminist tries dating men and realizes that men were right all along. The dating market is muddy, and it's women's fault. I got a banger from the Modern King. Let's get straight into it.
Guys, so I just walk into my apartment, right? And I see this letter on the table, and it says, "We are done. Don't text me ever again." And I guess now my so-called ex-girlfriend completely destroys my whole room, knocks my canvases off the wall, broke my gaming chair, smashed every single one of my monitors, broke my brand new PlayStation 5. This can't be true.
I see stay-at-home wife, I'm like, oh, that's so nice. Wonder what that's like. And then I see stay-at-home girlfriend, and I'm like, oh.
There is no hate and jealousy quite like female empowerment, I'll tell you.
Oh, you're a stay-at-home girlfriend? Yeah, he's trying to control you.
Oh, you work your life away? He's not taking care of you right.
Oh, you cook for him? Are you stupid? He could cook for himself.
Oh, you don't cook for him? Oh my god, you're such a lazy.
Y'all hate each other more than any man.
Y'all love each other until one starts doing better. Or you'll lie to each other long enough to when you get that one big blowout, you finally say it, "You're fat and ugly," and then the relationship's over.
I swear, the average best friendship of a lady's 2 years. A dude's like 10 years, and I barely like the guy.
Dude, that's so true. I've got guys that I've been friends with since I was 15. Chat, let me know right now, what's the longest friend you've had? Like, how many years? But then also to the other girl's point, like, you're a stay-at-home girlfriend? Like, women really do be so jealous, low-key be so jealous. It happens to Cass all the time. Women are like, aren't you gonna get bored? Aren't you gonna get bored not working? Aren't you gonna, like, want to go do something? Cass is like, yeah, I can go on unlimited Target trips. Get as many coffees as I want. I can take Loki out on walks. And go to the mall whenever I want. Go to the grocery store. Don't forget that she cooks and cleans and takes care of the entire house. Yeah, she's got enough time being busy. It's just so funny to me that a lot of the women in our lives, older, same age, aren't you gonna get bored? Don't you want to go to work? Bro, who would want to go to work? I'm sure if all of us had the chance right now to have $100 million in our bank account and never work again, I'm sure everyone would say, buck that job, I'm not going to work. Unless I'm wrong. You guys love working? Because for me, if I had all the money in the world, if I had the FU money, $100 million, I would go do what I wanted to do. I still might make content because I think this stuff is fun. But I'd probably be on a beach somewhere sipping a mojito, drinking a margarita with my wife and my dog and my soon-to-be baby girl. That's what I'd be doing. I'd be chilling. What are they? Oh, they ruined his cake. Oh my god, straight smackarones in the freaking face with that.
Nora as Ned.
Okay, so the story, the feminist that tries to date women and fails, her name is Nora Vincent. She's famous.
Ned also went on about 30 dates.
Did you have any fun?
Rarely.
It was just an
pretty
ordeal.
Unpleasant. Yeah.
She says the pressure of Ned having to prove himself was grueling. Nora was surprised that many women had no interest in a soft, vulnerable man.
My prejudice was that the ideal man is a woman in a man's body. And I learned, no, that's really not.
Do you think women understand what it's like to be a man?
Not at all. No clue. No idea.
That it took a trip into manhood to help her appreciate her own femininity.
I really like being a woman.
Did you like being a woman before Ned?
I did, but I like it more now because I think it's more of a privilege.
I said to her, this is going to be revolutionary because it's been looked at as though men were the perpetrators and women were the victims.
Ultimately, Ned told most of his dates that he was Nora. Barbara seemed more open and friendly, and in the end actually apologized for how she had treated Ned.
Sorry for being...
Please.
But after 18 months of deception, she was unraveling. Her checked into a hospital with severe depression. Her views about men have changed forever.
Men are suffering. They have different problems than women have, but they don't have it better. They need our sympathy. They need our love.
Thank you, Nora Vincent. Thank you. I'm pretty sure she did something catastrophic to herself later on in her life because she couldn't handle it. The mental exhaustion, the depression, these are things that guys go through every single day. And the thing is, we can't just change it. You're born that way. Guys go through these things, and I wish every woman had to date like a man for like 6 days, not even 6 months, for a week. If every woman had to date like a man, I think we would fix the dating market. Because so many modern women walk around right now so entitled, so pompous and so arrogant, thinking that their value is 10 times, 20 times, 50 times higher than it actually is. Where in reality, you're more average than you think, boo-boo. You're way more average. There's way more guys that you're out there eligible for than not eligible for. It's not a lack of men. It's what it is you have too high a sense of self. You have an overinflated sense of self and ego. You think you're God's gift to this world when you're average at best. You're mid at best. You're a 5, a shiny nickel on your best of days. It's truly sad that that's where it's at right now, though. And women aren't going and coming back down to reality. They're catapulting into the stratosphere with their delusion. It sucks because us as men are out there like, hey, we haven't changed. We're willing to be chivalrous. We're willing to be traditional. We're willing to be there for you. We're willing to help out. We're willing to help pay your bills, take care of you, provide, protect. We're willing to do all of that, but you ladies, that's just not enough. Paying all your bills is a bare minimum now. Even though we don't even know each other, we're kind of dating, but paying your bills is bare minimum. Bare minimum. $300 on a date. Bare minimum. It's crazy to me. It's just pure proof that women really have no idea how hard men have it in the dating market. They are just blinded by their delusion, and privilege is always blind to those who have it. And a lot of modern women that are alone and single, especially in their later 20s and their early 30s, they really think they got forever to date and that their value never goes down, when in reality, the opposite is true. Ladies, as you get older, your value goes down. Shots fired! I don't make the rules. I just enforce them.
Just buy a house.
If you saved $1 a day for a year, do you know how much money you'd have? Roughly $30,000.
You stupid.
If you go to a restaurant and you're like, oh, what am I going to eat for dinner? Like, that's the wrong mindset. You should be thinking, how can I buy this restaurant?
In my day-to-day life, I don't need a man to fix my car. I'll just go to the mechanic.
Do you know what country the Great Wall...
And what gender is the man fixing the what gender is the mechanic? Typically a man. Good Lord.
of China is in?
Country?
China is in? Do you know what country the Great Wall of China is in?
Country?
Yeah.
You stupid.
If you had to guess.
Japanese?
Japanese.
Shut up! If NASA says it's too hot to go to the sun, then why don't we go at night when the sun turns off?
Lord?
Attractive quality about a man is his ability to be soft.
What? You're
a liar!
Get cheated on. You're gonna lose half your stuff, lose custody over your children, and then end up paying for the dinners with her new boyfriend that she cheated on you with, who doesn't happen to be a softie, like you. Don't listen to this feminist propaganda.
Likes men that are soft, bro. We have ladies here. Do you like men that are soft and dainty? I like a man that's just soft, dainty. Can't defend, can't protect. No. No. Ladies don't want that, bro. And I'm not saying every woman wants like a strong Chad type of guy. We have based women here. But women do respect men that have a little bit of grit. Have a little bit of strength behind them. Like a weak man is never respected. Reasons to date a feminist? It better be blank. I love it. I love it. No reason to date a feminist.
National holiday celebrating like single women. National holiday celebrating like single women in their mid-30s who have yet to find a husband or have any children. We should be celebrated for being able to.
You know what? Let's make May Runner Month.
She's a runner, she's a track star.
Celebrate all the 30-year-old runners that are kids, that have kids. Yeah, we'll make May of 2026 Runner Month.
To continue on with all the bull been through, but that's just my opinion.
So here's the thing. Single childless women, especially those in their 30s, they've kind of turned into punching bags online. You know, they're often the butt of the jokes. They get sent empty egg cartons. It's kind of times, and I don't necessarily want to contribute to that, but at the same time, you also have ladies like this one who are you asking to be taken down a notch when you post videos like this? Because that's what it seems like, the level of entitlement, to think that you deserve a national holiday for essentially completing nothing, achieving nothing. I mean, what, you need another excuse to day drink? You clearly do so already.
Oh my God. You need another excuse to day drink? Clearly you do enough of that already, honey boo-boo. Now, I don't feel bad for these women, because the thing is when a woman's 18 to 24, she has the most eligible men coming her way. So that tells me if you're 30 and alone, you said no to all the men that were approaching you in the prime time of your life. Prime years that you had, 18 to 24. You were nexting all this men. No, thank you, next. Thank you, next. I don't feel bad for you. Do you think men ever had that opportunity?
How about no?
We never did. We have a lot of men that watched. Men, let me know. Put a 2 in the chat if this has happened to you. I hope we see a lot of 1s. Put a 2 in the chat. Women have just come up to you in droves and give you tons of compliments. They've DM'd you on IG. They've come up to you in public. They approach you all the time. Does that happen to you a lot? Put a 2 in the chat. I bet we see a lot of 1s. Men don't get approached like that. We don't. We don't get a lot of attention. You ladies get tons of attention from the ages of 18 to 24. That's when you need to go find your boo-boo bear. Go find him. Hunker down. Grasp him. Hold him. Start a life together. But the thing is, ladies don't understand that their biological clock is ticking. They think they have all the time in the world. The entitlement, the delusion, it just permeates. It's like a cauldron of delusion. It's like the wicked witch of the West, literally, the Western culture, just turning this cauldron of delusion, thinking, yeah, drink a little bit more. No, you only get hotter with age. You're a fine wine, baby. No, you're not.
You're a liar!
You're not a fine wine. You don't get better with age. You're like yogurt left out in the freaking desert. You age and curdle. It doesn't get better. It gets a lot worse. It's like cottage cheese out in the desert. Come on now. Stop it.
And babe, can you get extra water for the trip?
Yeah, I got you.
Why is my music not playing?
All right, we got water. We're gassed up. Let's do this.
You can just take me home. I'm not going on this trip.
What happened now?
4 years of my life wasted. You were just a waste of time. You're literally worthless. I told you I've been lied to and you acted like you understood. You got caught. That's why you're quiet, because you got caught. Who is Morgan? You got a girl's name in your Bluetooth, so obviously Morgan was in this car. Go ahead, talk. I'm really curious how you're gonna explain this one.
This is a rental car. So I'm assuming Morgan is the last person who drove it.
Oh my god, it's almost 5 o'clock. We should probably get going because we're probably gonna get stuck in traffic. Do you want a massage?
So stupid. If jumping to conclusion was an Olympic sport, women would win the gold. Like, bro, the fact that women just be jumping to these conclusions, bro, just is crazy work. It really is.
House is burning. You can only take 2.
Take 2 what?
The options are your girl, or your husband, your wife or your husband, your babe, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
Second, your mother-in-law. Third, your kid.
Ooh, my kid first. Fuck.
Fourth, $20 million.
Ooh, my kid and $20 million.
5 is your dog.
Ooh, that's tough, man. That's tough. That's real tough. Chat, what are y'all picking? Out of all these options right here. Your girl, your mother-in-law, what was it? Your kid, or 20 mil? I'm gonna have to take Cass, bro. But next would be the money. If I could grab the money and Cass at the same time, I would. Loki, I'm sorry. I hate that, bro. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I really do. I'm so sorry. But dude, it's just like that. Like I can have another kid. You know what I'm saying? But I'm sorry, Lokes. I really am. You think I'm a bad person? You probably do. I'm sorry. Ain't that right, Loki? I've fallen at work and been injured. Oh, wait. I should call my lawyer.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan.
Hey, John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. It's Levi Nichs of YouTube. Can I get some cash, please?
Morgan & 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 Morgan.
Did you know that your injury could be worth millions of dollars? Morgan & Morgan is the largest injury law firm in America, and they've recovered over $20 billion for their clients. $20 billion? That's a lot of cash. The insurance companies tried to lowball me, but Morgan & Morgan was able to take my pain and suffering and turn it into cold, hard cash. It's almost a good thing I was injured. But wait. How much is Morgan & Morgan gonna cost me? You never owe them legal fees unless they're successful. So it's completely free unless you win? Yeah. Hiring a lawyer? That sounds like really difficult. It's actually super easy. You can just go to their website and in a couple clicks, you can find out if you have a case. And you can literally do it from your smartphone. And remember, there is only one Morgan & Morgan. Wait, but it's two names though. How is it? Give me the script. Oh, both their last names. Okay, I get it. Okay, roll it. You can start your claim today by going to forthepeople.com/Levi, found in the description below. So if you're injured, you can trust Morgan & Morgan. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all been getting mad at me. You don't pet him enough. Blah blah blee. Boy, if y'all knew how spoiled this kid was. All right, let's get back to this clip.
But that's fucked up. You can only take two options.
I'll take my dog and my kid.
Oh, two options? Okay, I would take Cass and Lokes. Oh, if you can only pick two, yeah, Cass and Lokes.
Dog and your kid. Yeah. That's your answer. Dog and your kid.
I'll get my dog to buy the $20 million.
Nah, stop. She's
dog and your kid. So you're gonna just leave your girl and the $20 million.
Yes.
And the mother-in-law.
Nah, my dog. I can't see my dog die. That's crazy.
Bro, the mother-in-law one, that's tough. But you got to remember that it's wife, mom, or wife, daughter, mom. That's what it is. That's the order. If you ever think somebody's a son husband, here's what you got to do. Here's what you got to do, chat. You ever think somebody's a son husband? Ask them this. If you had to pick in order of importance, your mom, your daughter, or your wife, what's the order of importance? Number 1 to 3. And if they say my mom, they're a son husband. Loki, hey, can we not lick grundles? Loki, we're not licking tukuses, okay? We're not licking butts. We got a few hundred people watching, okay? So let's just keep it PC.
And I went to bed at the same time last night. And at like 2 o'clock in the morning, I woke up and he wasn't laying next to me. And I sat up in bed and looked over to see if he was in the bathroom, and the light wasn't on, so he wasn't in there. So I got up, put on my robe, and I walked down the stairs to the kitchen. And he was in the kitchen, sitting at the table, drinking a cup of coffee. And he looked really upset. And I said, honey, what's wrong? What happened? Are you sick? And he looked up at me and he goes, it's the 20th anniversary of the day we met. And I looked at the calendar on the fridge, and he was right. We had met 20 years ago. I said, oh my gosh, I can't believe you remembered that. And he said, do you remember that time when your dad caught us in the back seat of my truck? I said, yeah, I actually do remember that. He said, you remember when he threatened me with and said, you either marry my daughter or I'm going to make sure you go to prison for the next 20 years? And I said, yeah, I actually remember that too. My husband said, I would have gotten out today.
And you're listening to a man.
I would have gotten out today. That's good. That is so good.
You're listening to a man, and he pauses, count to 30, and he'll likely keep going. If you interrupt him, you'll never hear what he truly has to say. I started practicing it, and I would just shut the sometimes, and it would be like, whoa, the things that like men would share with me, and I was like, have I been missing out on listening?
You stupid.
Imagine not knowing what active listening is. Just listen.
Like really hearing men. As women, like we have this joy of just chatting, and it's like, oh, it's so fulfilling and it's so fun, and there's like the good kind of drama in it. But a man often will want to tell you the truth, and so he takes his time so that he tells you what is very real to him.
True. Wow. Imagine being in your 30s and just realizing what active listening is. Something that was profound for me when I really started like diving into communication, but it's not like I was wanting to be a communication major or something like that, but like really starting to learn how to connect to people is somebody told me the same words that are in, or the same letters that are in silent are also in listen. So unless you're quiet, You're really not going to hear somebody else out. And then there's two types of people when you're talking to them. They do one of two things. They either actually actively listen and are taking in the information, or they're just waiting their turn to speak. How many of you guys have met somebody, as soon as you start talking, they just can't wait to speak? There's a lot of those people out there. I got a couple buddies that they really don't care what I got to say. They just want to talk, and they want me to go, okay. Oh, dude, that's awesome, great. Oh, then they want me to ask them questions so they can answer the questions, but they never ask me questions. I started to realize this, and I was like, man, you can really tell somebody's intentions on how important they think you are based on how many questions they ask you. Like, if somebody's not interested in you at all, they're not going to ask you any questions. Chat, put a 1 in the chat if you agree. I don't ask questions to people I'm not interested in, or I'm not interested to know. But then I got to a point where now I know people want to talk about themselves, so I'll just ask them questions just so I can fill up the space, and so they don't get in my business. You want to make somebody, like, you want to make a stranger that you just met feel like you're so thoughtful and you're such a nice person. Just ask them question after question after question after question, and don't say anything about yourself. I told a guy this. I went out with him. I was a wingman for him. We met some girls, and one of them I knew, and she met this guy, and then I asked her opinion. I was like, hey, what's your honest opinion about this guy? She goes, he's such a cool guy. He's so thoughtful. He seems like really nice. All he did was ask a bunch of questions. It was super fake. He didn't say anything about himself. The stuff works. You guys should go try it. Next time you're out talking to somebody, don't say anything about yourself. Just ask them questions about themselves, and they're going to think, oh my God, he's just such a thoughtful guy. Wow. Because everybody deep down is so selfish and just wants to talk about themselves. Ain't that right, Lokes? But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one, man. Peace.